What's up, you guys? Today we're going to be doing a UNC football recap as they absolutely demolished um, Syracuse. But before we get started with that, I want to add a little disclaimer. I'm sorry if the audio sounds bad because one, I am slightly under the weather, but also if I start coughing up a lung, I'm fine. I promise. I've just got a little bit of a cold right now, so yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this just insane game. Insanity. It was a great game to watch, if you're a Tar Heel fan, of course. But yeah, just absolutely insane. Tar Heels. We're gonna start with Syracuse because there was not much going on there. They ended up putting in their backup quarterback uh, towards the end of the game because they were getting blown out so bad. But yeah, Garrett Schrader, 15 for 21, 124, and one pick. That pick was a phenomenal play by Huzzy. Who just jumped the route at the perfect time, kind of ripped the ball out from under the guy, and then somehow picked it off and kept it. It's insane. I don't know how to explain it. Go look it up on YouTube because it was absolutely stupid. And then Carlos Del Rio Wilson got in, had one completion, 1 for 2, 5 yards, and one pick. And then rushing, LaQuint Allen, 1 for 38, one tutty. Schrader, 10 for 28. So, basically, I watched Clemson and Syracuse play, and the one thing I noticed was, and again, was Schrader's a dual threat quarterback, clearly. But he's really only one threat, and that's with his legs. Because I watched him throw the ball against Clemson. I mean, it was just like 4 or 5 throws down to the sideline that if it were thrown well, it's a touchdown. Because there was no safety to overtop. It's a touchdown. But instead, he just kept placing it to where the receiver couldn't get his feet down. And so it kept being incomplete. I mean, that happened like 4 or 5 times. It was bad. But yeah, anyways, Carlos Del Rio Wilson, 1 for 14. Juwan Price, 4 for 12. And then Dan Villari, 1 for 1. Receiving, Umari Hatcher, 6 for 85. Donovan Brown, 3 for 25. Dan Villari, 4 for 11. LaQuint Allen, 3 for 8. And then, yeah, that's about it. They got beasted on every single aspect of the game, offensively, defensively, and nothing went right for them. It was bad. And then the Tar Heels, Drake Maye just went stupid, y'all. 33 for 47, 442, and 3 touchdowns. I mean, again, I don't think he's going to win the Heisman because, again, you just saw the dude. I mean, you've got, unless Caleb Williams has a horrible end of the season and Drake Maye has like the greatest season ever, I doubt he'll win Heisman, but man, he's going to be close. He's definitely going to get that invite to New York City for sure if he keeps playing like this because 442 yards is crazy. And he got pulled out. He got pulled with about 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter too. So, I mean, and they stopped really trying to pass the ball after the third. After about 5 left to go in the third quarter, they kind of stopped passing the ball as much. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Rushing, Marion Hampton, 15 for 78. Drake Maye, 14 for 55. British Brooks, 6 for 25. Oh yeah, and Maye had a touchdown. Rushing. British Brooks, 6 for 25. Caleb Hood, 7 for 23. Elijah Green, 3 for 8. And Connor Harrell, 2 for -4. So you love to see guys like love to see guys like Caleb Hood and Elijah Green get in who were starters at the end of last year before Hood broke his collarbone and then Elijah Green just didn't start this season. But receiving, Nate McCollum and Kobe Pace were having stupid games. Nate McCollum, 7 for 135. Kobe Pacor with one just the big play was he only had 3 receptions for 100 yards, but just 100 yards is still crazy, but only 3 receptions. One of those receptions was a 75-yard play where Maye underthrows him, and then he bats it up, and then somehow rips it away from the defensive back who had it in his hands and took it for 6. It was an absolutely stupid play. Pacor had a touchdown. Then Bryson Nesbitt, 5 for 79, 1 touchdown. Devontae Walker. Tez Walker, granted eligibility. I tried to record a TikTok about it, but it something was wrong. But yeah, Tez Walker getting granted eligibility, was able to play, wasn't really in that big of a role, but still 6 for 43. You love to see it. Amari and Hampton 3 for 25. J.J. Jones 2 for 22. Kamari Morales 2 for 16. British Brooks 2 for 9. Caleb Hood 1 for 9. Tychon Chapman 1 for 3, and then John Copenhaver 1 for 3. Huzzy with 1 punt return and a pick. Noah Burnett had 4 field goals, all of them good. I mean, just domination by the Tar Heels to move to 5-0 on the season. Again, next week, Miami. That's going to be our first real test of the year. Personally, every year I feel like it happens where Miami's like insanely overhyped going in. Usually it happens. This year is rare because most seasons they go into the season like ranked 15th or something stupid, or at least the past couple years they've gone into the season ranked 15th, and then they have a great start to the season, and then North Carolina is usually the team that says, "All right, little guy, it's time for you to sit down," and they end up getting their butts kicked by us, or it's a close game. Either way, we're usually the team that says, "All right, buddy, time to shut up." And yeah, a couple years ago it was Javonte Williams and Michael Carter rushing for like 300 combined yards. Or a couple years ago it was also, just absolutely insane. And yeah, either way, man, it's hard to stop that team. I don't know. But like, I am insanely excited for next week's game. I'm also insanely excited for a couple other games going on this weekend. But yeah, we will recap all those games later tonight or tomorrow morning. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.